Hey YouTube, this is Brandon from Paulus Computers. Today I'm going to show you how to change the hard drive in a Macintosh laptop. In particular, this is the Macbook Pro. It's one of the newer ones. Essentially all these ones are this new style. You want to start getting a tool such as your handy Phillips head screwdriver. Now you want to make sure that this screwdriver is especially sharp because these screws on the bottom here are very tiny. Now you want to also make sure you got a flathead just in case you need to essentially pry at anything, but these generally come apart very simple, much easier than the old Macs. So we're going to start by flipping this one around upside down. Now you can see, unlike a Windows, like the Windows computer, there's no actual memory drives, there's no bays or any kind of ports that we can pry at or just unscrew simply to access one of the components, just like the hard drive. You actually, like the Macintoshes, they like to make everything look very clean. So you want to actually start with these screws, and all these screws right here actually have to come off in order for this whole back panel to come off. So I'm just going to start removing these screws. And be very careful. These screws are tiny and they're very easy to lose. Okay, once all these screws are removed, you can basically get under there and just lift this panel completely up and off. Basically from here, which is not a bad design on Mac's part, you can access everything as their motherboard, aka their logic board, CD drive, and what we're interested today in is the hard drive. Now this hard drive essentially is a SATA hard drive, kind of stuck in there, and it's connected using this SATA cable. This cable goes over to the motherboard, and it's just a simple pull out. Just be very careful when you take it out. I'm going to actually move you guys down here to show you a little closer view of what that looks like. It's just a very basic push in, but you want to be very careful because you don't want to put on the outside or anything or break any of these pins. They're not replaceable. So you want to make sure you're kind of in there and snugly fit. You will hear it click. That means you're good, and you can also give a tug. But especially removing them, like I said, you want to be very careful. Just give that a good pull. Once you have your SATA cable unleashed from the actual motherboard, it's time to actually remove the physical hard drive itself. What you're going to want to do is you're going to remove this black bumper right here, and I'll show you. It's going to be these screws right there. You want to loosen these up, but don't take them out. So first we'll loosen up these guys. Just a little bit. This is just to give some play in it. That way you're not forcing any of the parts. Then you want to start by removing these screws, but you don't want to remove them completely. They're actually preset into the bracket. So just enough, and they'll actually pull right out. From there, pull this plastic tab kind of straight up, and you'll see the hard drive will actually fall right out. And from there, you're actually going to pull out this SATA cable, and be careful because you can actually damage this cable. So just put out real lightly, and your hard drive is essentially out. Now to put one back in, we're going to use the same hard drive. However, if you were putting a different hard drive in, you want to make sure that you remove these 4 nubs on the ends of the hard drive, and what that will do is actually allow it to seat into the bracket that we just removed. So once you do that into your new hard drive, you want to reconnect this cable. Make sure data goes with data. Data is the small one, power is the long one. Slip that in and be real careful. Make sure nice and snug, and then carefully angle at about 45-30 degree angle the hard drive down to place. Now you're going to see, as with that, you need a little pressure to get it out. So you want to pull it up, push them, and then slide towards you. It'll actually fall right into place. What you want to do from there is basically add your bracket again. I had it backwards, I'm sorry. Put that bracket in there. It will only go one way. It's going to feel funny if it's in the wrong way like I just had. And then you want to just tighten those screws to the bracket. That'll actually crank the hard drive down. And then don't forget to tighten the ones that we had near you before we took the hard drive out. From there, like I explained before, be careful with this cable, but snap that back into place. And you're free to place the pin cover right on as well. And put all your screws back. Remember that the long ones, like these, will actually go in the back, and the short ones will go in the front and most of the sides. There are 3 long ones, and they actually will go here, here, and there. And they'll be on my right side, the long one. For some reason, Macintosh has the short ones on that one. So, basically just screw these back together. And your hard drive replacement is complete. Now you'll have to start loading the software if it wasn't preloaded already. Like this, we're going to be putting OS 10 on, Snow Leopard. And basically, you're free to go. If you guys need anything at all, please feel free to comment or shoot me an email. I will have a video coming real soon on how to do the full installation of the Snow Leopard, OS 10 line, and a bunch of other videos. So keep checking back, guys. Thanks.